Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B2 level vocabulary lesson. Today we're going to be talking about idioms that describe love. And here's one example. She says, I have a crush on him. So look at the photos and read the text, and then you're going to match each idiom to its meaning. So Emilia has a crush on Augustine. She always smiles and feels nervous when she sees him. So that would be to like someone in a romantic way, to have a crush. Matteo fell for Isabel after just a few dates. Now he can't stop thinking about her. That would be to start to have romantic feelings for someone. And then when Elena met Gabe, it was love at first sight. She knew right away that he was special, falling in love the first time that you meet someone. So love at first sight is the idea that two people can fall in love the moment that they meet each other. So do you believe in love at first sight? And you can put your ideas in the comments if you would like. Here are a few more. I'm going to read the text for each photo and then see if you can guess the meaning. Jake and Mia hit it off immediately. They talked for hours on their first date. Well, that would be letter B, to get along with someone immediately. Instead of one person paying, Sam and Emily decided to go Dutch. That is A, to split the bill, or to each pay half of the total cost. And after dating for 3 years, Aiden popped the question and Lisa said yes. To pop the question is to ask someone to marry you. So to go Dutch means to split the bill or check at a restaurant. And what do you think about this? Should one person pay for a date, or should both people pay half? And again, you can put your thoughts about that in the comments. But to pop the question means to ask someone to marry you. In your native country, is it usual for the man or woman to pop the question? Do you know how your parents popped the question? And how long should a couple date before they pop the question? And again, you can put your answers to those questions in the comments to generate some conversation. So John ran into an old flame at the cafe and remembered their past relationship. So old flame is a former lover. After being engaged for a year, Chris and Rachel are ready to tie the knot. Next summer, that is to get married. And Ben sat next to Leah and said, "Are you a magician? Because when I look at you, everyone else disappears." She laughed at his pickup line. So a pickup line is something said to start a conversation with someone who you are interested in romantically. Anna was nervous about her blind date, but she trusted her friend who set her up. So blind date is to date a person whom you haven't met before. So blind date is blind date goes with B. And set her up is to help someone find a romantic partner, D. They spent so much time together that they eventually fell in love, and that would be A, to begin to have feelings of love for another person. And Mark is head over heels for his new girlfriend. He talks about her all the time. That is C, to be deeply in love or very excited about someone. So has anyone ever said a pickup line to you? And again, if they have, you can share it in the comments. Have you ever been on a blind date, or would you go on one? And how long do you think two people should date before they tie the knot? And again, you can answer any or all of those questions in the comments. So even after years apart, they found their way back to each other. It was meant to be. That is C. When something seems like it is supposed to happen, especially in love. Amber likes Nathan, but she's playing hard to get by not answering his text too quickly. That is A, acting uninterested to make someone more interested in you romantically. And the lady walking by caught his eye. He wanted to introduce himself to her. To catch your eye is to attract someone's attention or interest. Alright, so now you can pause the video and see if you can put the verb in the correct tense to complete each idiom. Pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So I went to dinner with Alex. We went Dutch. He has had a crush on her since he was a teenager. I introduced my friend to my colleague and they hit it off immediately. Franco and Marcia tied the knot on this day a year ago. And Portia fell in love with her husband after dating a few months. I saw him across the room. His smile caught my eye right away. She went on a blind date with her colleague's brother. They tied the knot at a beautiful villa in France. Can you believe that he popped the question after only dating her for 6 months? And he still keeps in touch with his old flame from high school. A soulmate is a person with whom you share a deep connection unlike any other. So do you believe in soulmates? And again, you can answer that question in the comments. Now complete the love story with the missing idioms. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. As I sat there in English class, I stared at the girl next to me. I met her a few months ago, and we hit it off immediately. She was my best friend. I stared at her and wished she were my girlfriend. I have had a crush on her since the day we met. It was love at first sight for me, but she didn't notice me like that, and I knew it. After class, she walked up to me and asked me for the notes she'd missed the day before. I gave them to her. She said thanks and gave me a kiss on the cheek. I wanted her to know that I am in love with her, but I was just too shy. A day passed, then a week, then a month. Soon it was graduation day. I watched as she got her diploma. Before everyone went home, she came to me in her graduation gown and cried as I hugged her. I wanted to tell her that she was my soulmate, but I couldn't. Years later, her boyfriend popped the question. I tried my best to smile as I sat in church watching them tie the knot. I wanted her to be mine, but she didn't think of me that way, and I had to accept it. Years passed, and I was at the funeral of a girl who used to be my best friend. At the funeral, they read a diary entry she had written in her high school years. This is what it read. I fell in love with him the moment we met. I stared at him wishing he was mine, but he doesn't think of me in that way, and I know it. I want to tell him. I want him to know that I am head over heels in love with him, but I'm just too shy to tell him, and I don't know why. I wish he would tell me that he loved me. So have you ever had a crush on someone, and did you tell them? And an old flame is a former boyfriend or girlfriend. Do you still talk to any old flames? And do you think it is a good idea to talk to old flames? And you can answer those questions in the comments. Now, a pickup line is something said to start a conversation with someone you are interested in romantically. Can you match the beginning of the pickup line with its ending? And pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So something is wrong with my eyes. I can't take them off you. I lost my phone number. Can I have yours? Do you believe in love at first sight? Or should I walk by again? And did you just come out of the oven? Because you're hot. Now, to set someone up means to arrange for them to meet and go on a date. Have you ever been set up? Have you ever tried to set up two people that you know? And would you go on a blind date? And again, you can answer those questions in the comments. Now, to pop the question means to ask someone to marry you. In your native culture, how do people usually pop the question? And to tie the knot means to get married. And at what age do most people in your native country tie the knot? And again, answer those in the comments if you'd like. Alright, and then match the idiom to the picture. They prefer to go Dutch even on dates. I would say that is probably A. Looks like they both have their credit cards out. It was love at first sight. That is probably D. Their relationship just was not meant to be. That's C. And they hit it off the moment that they met. That's B. Alright, now complete each sentence with the correct noun. You can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check the answers. A blind date is a date with a person who you haven't met or even seen previously. To catch someone's eye is to make them notice you. An old flame is a former boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're interested in someone romantically, you can use a pickup line to get his or her attention. And to pop the question is to ask someone to marry you. We use the expression falling in love to describe the time when you are just beginning to love someone romantically. If you have a crush on someone, you like them romantically. If you hit it off with someone, you have an immediate connection. If you're deeply in love, you can say that you are head over heels. And do you want to go on a date with me? And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.